I am confused though. Why is this called Luminous Matte and this one Natural Finish? Are they replacing the OG foundation from Gucci for this new one? I'm going to get you super close so you can really see if there's a difference between these two Gucci foundations. Obviously, we're going to be doing a full day wear test, side-by-side comparisons between the new Gucci Luminous Matte Finish Foundation and the OG, the Gucci Natural Finish Foundation. To place my order for this new foundation from Gucci at Selfridges, and at the time that I'm recording this video, which is completely different from where I'm uploading this video because it takes me time to edit and then to upload the video, it says that it's coming soon at Selfridges. I'm sure this will come to Gucci's website, to other retailers such as Sephora, Nordstrom, and many others. I will be leaving all the links that I'm able to find on the description box below. And if perhaps it says coming soon or it doesn't show up just yet, save the link. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I will highly suggest you to do so. I welcome you to do so because not only you will get notified, mostly if you ring that post notification bell, whenever I upload new videos, but on my community tab, I keep you posted when things are a new launch, an early access, a back in stock. That's super important. And if you're on Instagram, come and follow me there because it is a super fast, easy way to also let you know when something comes back in stock. Anyhow, going back to this new Gucci 24-hour breathable foundation with a luminous matte finish. It has an SPF of 15, 30 ml, 1 fluid ounces, which is the typical for most foundations, 12 months of shelf life, made in Korea. And now here is the difference between these two foundations just from the carton box. There's other difference, obviously, but the new one, which it comes in this beautiful glass bottle, frosted, very alike to the OG. The main difference is the cap. It's ivory in tone. The first one that Gucci launched has this beautiful kind of like pinky blush cap, as you can see. And then the other difference is that the new one is again made in Korea. The original one is made in Italy. Shelf life, it is the same. Now, what are the promises of this new foundation? 24-hour wear with no transfer, full coverage, weightless, breathable texture, comfort and hydration, luminous matte finish, shine control, all skin types, dermatologically tested. I don't know if I said that right, but oh well. Non-comedogenic, and that's pretty much it. First ingredient is water. It does have a good amount of hydrating and moisturizing ingredients. Just as the previous foundation, it does have fragrance, and I have already pumped it because it does come with a pump. I really wanted to see the shade because my perfect shade on the Gucci foundation is 270C. I can go neutral. I can go, not super cool tone, but usually I like to go neutral. I try to do not go with warm tones. I'm kind of like in the middle. But anyhow, on this foundation in particular, the new one, I couldn't find 270C, so I had to go with 265C. All the details of this foundation, again, that shade match, the rest of my makeup, absolutely everything will be in the description box below. That will be super easier for you. My foundation matches. Just for you to know, I am on my 4th floor, meaning that I'm over 40 years old. I live in California, near to the seaside. So the climate is, right now is winter time, so it's a little bit colder, not super dry, but drier. Obviously, there's not the humidity that we find, say, in Florida, although I used to live in Florida. And I kind of know when a foundation may work for some humid climates too, so I will give you a feedback on that. I do have enlarged pores right here in this area, mostly dry on the perimeters of my face, and a little bit more of normal skin right here on the middle of my face where I have my enlarged pores. I do have fine lines, I mean all the signs of aging that you can imagine. Now, one thing, I usually do not tend to go for a full coverage foundation. I do have freckles and I like for them to peek through, so I like to apply very little amount if I know that I'm gonna go with a full coverage foundation. I am confused though. I have to be honest with you. Why is this called luminous matte and this one natural finish? Usually, most of the time, a luminous matte foundation equals a natural finish foundation. So we're gonna dig in right here. We're gonna dig in. So like I said, it comes with a nice pump, glass bottle, and let's go ahead and do like about half a pump. I'm gonna apply this foundation, 2 dots right here, 1 dot right there on my right hand side of my face, and then we're gonna do the OG on the other side of my face. I film in natural light, so hopefully this will give you the best representation of how the foundation looks like. And the way that I'm gonna conduct this wear test, first I'm gonna apply the foundation, spread it, spread it, spread it, and then I'm gonna do my hair, blow out my hair, come back, do the rest of my makeup, and we are gonna do a few check-ins. One thing that I can tell you is the foundation feels thin, super thin, but not liquidy. It does have some consistency, almost gel-like, but not truly gel. I'm going to be using a beauty sponge to spread the foundation. And I mean, I can tell just with that less than half a pump, I can see that this has a really good coverage. And I can only imagine if we apply like a full pump, it will be full coverage. I don't have any primer, just my moisturizer from my skincare. Usually I tend to put some kind of like pore minimizer primer right here on this area, but one thing that Gucci claims for both of these foundations is that they both have a blurring effect, mostly on the pores. Okay, so far it's looking super pretty, and I think the shade is not that off. It's not super cool tone. Let's just do something here. Let me just apply one little dot right there. And let's apply a little dot on this other side. As you can tell, there's a difference on the shade. I have here 265C from the new Luminous Matte Finish Foundation. And then this is 270 on the Natural Finish Foundation, the original one. I'm going to let it dry and let it sit right there so you can see the difference on finishes too. I'm going to go ahead and just build up a tiny bit this foundation just on the areas that I feel that I need a little bit more of the foundation. As you can tell, it's liquid, and it's not like a gel consistency, but it is not runny as typical liquid foundations. Definitely it's looking very natural, non-dewy. It does have, if anything, a very slight luminosity, not even silk-like, but actually like hydrated skin, which is very, very nice. Now I'm gonna go with the Natural Finish Foundation. This is the original foundation from Gucci. I'm just gonna tap a little and look at this. You see the consistency on this foundation? It's a little bit thicker. You just have a little bit more of a dense consistency. I'm going with a clean beauty sponge, and I'm just going to spread this other foundation. In terms of the difference in shades, it's not a whole lot. There's a little bit more warmth on the 270C than on the 265C, which I find it very interesting because they're both supposed to be cool tone, but 270C is warm. I know it's so confusing, but there you have it. This right here is 265C, the new one, and this is 270C, the original one. I don't know if you can really tell the difference. If there's any difference, is slightly tiny difference. Like I said, perhaps a very tiny luminosity. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I'm thinking, are they replacing the OG foundation from Gucci for this new one? I don't know. I don't know. Plus, this one has SPF. We will have to see at the time that they launch the foundation, but definitely the difference are very, very little. But I still have to do the entire work just to really see how they both wear. And both of the foundations claim to be good for all the skin types, and I do have, for the most part, dry skin, and I feel like the original foundation feels more of a foundation that is ideal for those with combination skin to oily skin. For those with dry or dehydrated skin, you have to really moisturize your face to use the original foundation. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead, go dry my hair, and then I will come back and show you how these foundations are looking like after a little while that they have sat on my skin. So far, I don't see much of a difference. Can you see any difference? To me, both of them, they look very much alike in terms of finish. My hair is all done. I applied my makeup. Yes, most of the makeup that I'm using today is from Gucci, like the Gucci bronzer, Gucci blush, lipstick. I will be leaving all those details in the description box below. I'm going to get you super close so you can really see if there's a difference between these two Gucci foundations. I feel that there is a difference. The difference is not a lot, but is a substantial difference for someone like me that I do have dry skin, mature skin. I prefer the new foundation. I can tell you right away, right now, that I can prefer the new foundation. Obviously, you want to wait until the end of this full day wear test, where I take you for a long day and have a lot of things to do. But why I'm saying that I prefer the new foundation, because although it says that it's matte, it does have, after, I would say, perhaps 15-20 minutes of application, a nice luminosity. Actually it actually really looks like your skin. Instead, the one that is natural finish, the original one, it still looks matte. And if you have watched my review on the first foundation from Gucci, I recall I went for hiking and it was kind of like a cooler kind of day. To me, this foundation, and as I have tried it throughout a year and a half or so since I had it, I feel that this foundation, the original one, is more geared for those who have combination oily skin. Or if you happen to live in a humid climate, you will like it. But for someone with dry skin, even applying it in a thinner way, it looks a little bit heavy no matter what. While this one, I can see the hydration. Not a lot, it's tiny amount. It's still a matte foundation with a slight luminosity that looks very, very natural. Way more natural than the foundation that I have on this side. Okay, my friends, I will go ahead and continue with my day. I will give you a couple check-ins, and then at the end of the day, I will come back and give you my final thoughts regarding this new Gucci foundation and how it compares with the first foundation of Gucci. Okay, friends, a quick check-in right here. Let me show you how these foundations are looking like. Oh, I know. This is very close, very personal. You can see right here my fine line. I feel like, okay, I think right there will be better. This is the previous foundation. It has passed a few hours. It's looking nice, but like I said from the beginning, this foundation is kind of tricky. If you have very dry skin, you have to moisturize really well. You have to moisturize really well because it's not cakey, but it just doesn't look so perfected. While this new one, it looks a lot more even, more luminous. It's not gathering in any of my fine lines. Yeah, I mean, like, my forehead is the driest on my skin. You can tell right here it has worn off because I do have, I don't know, I feel itchy right here. So I have this, it's not a breakout, but I feel like perhaps a mosquito bit me. Isn't it that wonderful? So I had been like scratching right there. But other than that, I feel that the new foundation looks a little bit more luminous. Sorry, I'm trying to escape the sun. There you go. Yeah, it looks a little bit more luminous, very natural. Yeah, well, this one, I mean, you have to tell me, do you feel that they look alike? For this one, for example, I see like even right here, it's gathering just a tiny bit on my fine line. This one doesn't. Both are staying really well. But, yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I think we have to just give it a couple more hours and then I will give you my final thoughts. Well, hello, my friends. This is my final check-in. It's almost 6 o'clock and I'm losing, I mean, there's not even sun. It's just getting really, really dark. As you can tell, we just, Andrea, she has her Valentine's with her. But anyhow, let's talk about these foundations. I feel that both of them, they look very nice. I just feel that perhaps the original version, I shouldn't say the original version because this one, as far as I know, is not replacing this one right here. I feel that the natural finish foundation, it looks just a little bit too makeup-y still. I feel it's more suited for those who have combination to oily skin. If you have dry skin like mine, I will say go with the Luminous Matte because it looks more forgiving. It doesn't look makeup-y. It's a little bit thinner, not as dense as this one, and it wears pretty much the same. It does have this beautiful luminosity, but the foundation looks not perfected, but very, very, very nice, and it doesn't settle on fine lines. When I tend to find with the natural finish foundation, the original one, that it settles just a little bit on the fine lines, not by too much. I mean, literally you can just dab and it will just go away. But other than that, they're both wearing really well, and in terms of the finish, they are very close. It's just minimal, the difference between both of them. I feel that the luminous one looks even more natural than the natural one. So anyhow, let's leave it at that. I enjoy the new Luminous Matte Foundation more than the natural finish foundation. That is for sure. As per usual, as time goes on, I will be giving you updates on this foundation, how I like it. If you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section down below while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss my uploads. It will be amazing if you can come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. And if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with family and friends. If you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.